In today's My Carolina home, one of the best ways to increase the value of your home is to update your kitchen. But where do you start? As we found out, whether it's a small makeover or a complete demolition, using a professional interior designer can make the process much easier and smoother.
Basically, we just started with the client. We gave her some options as far as updating this kitchen. We completely did a demolition. So,
meaning like you tore it all out?
Tore it all down. We updated the layout of it. We did the countertops, the backsplash.
You removed a wall as well, right?
Removed a wall, made the space feel larger, even though we actually didn't increase the square footage.
Nice. So it feels larger as well.
It does.
Now the functionality, was there an island before?
There was no island.
Okay.
We basically removed a wall here that housed her double ovens. And so we created an island. It was one of the features that she really wanted for this space. So we created this, we clipped a wall to create the space so people could walk smoothly through.
So when someone is interested in making a change, there could be something as drastic as this, like moving pieces of wall away,
right,
and changing out everything, adding. You really should start with an interior designer to help you envision what you want to do.
We basically, we got hired by our client, and then from there we guide them. So we take them to different locations and we narrow down their selections.
So you would have gone shopping for the appliances, loving this countertop, which I've never seen before. It's a different kind of granite, right?
This is, they call this honed or leathered granite. It actually wears very good. So as opposed to a black granite that would show a lot of fingerprints, this is still black, but it's just textured, more texture.
And then I like how it's a different color over here on the top of the island.
This gives a little bit of a funness, but in a smaller piece. A lot of granites, the higher the level, can be a little bit more expensive, so it allows you to stay within budget but still get the look.
For a demolition project like this, how long should a homeowner expect to sort of be out of commission in their kitchen?
It depends on the contractor and their time frame. A lot of times they will come up with a schedule. This one was about 2 months.
But it was a big job.
And it was a big job. A lot of even smaller jobs can take a long time. But I would say 2 to 3 months based on what you're actually doing.
Okay, Ashley, thanks so much. Next, we're going to look at some less involved projects, but still making a big impact for the homeowners. Sometimes just a few smaller changes can make a huge difference in someone's kitchen. Lauren McKay is going to talk to me about some of your clients that you've worked with who it wasn't like a demolition project at all. What were some of the things you've done?
Well, it's right. You don't have to change everything to make a big impact. And so just changing a backsplash or a countertop, maybe the flooring or even the finish on the cabinetry can really change the overall look of a space.
For example, you have this kitchen here where it's got a black countertop with, is that wallpaper or tile?
It is wallpaper, which has become more outdated lately.
For the backsplash, okay.
And so that was the first thing we changed in that kitchen, was just removing that and simply painting the walls, and then below the cabinets replacing it with glass tile for the backsplash. In the detail photo, you can see we use glass tile along with subway pieces to just have a nice impact.
The subway piece is like kind of like a highlighted piece?
It's the rectangular shapes.
Yeah, see, you gotta define this stuff for me. Interior design for dum-dums right here. Demos and subways.
And you can see we also updated the countertops to a nice granite, which is very popular today.
That's pretty. That looks like it would hide crumbs well.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Very
All right, let's move on to the next kitchen, which this to me looks like just a huge difference, but you didn't do too many things to make it happen.
Yeah, I agree with that. The wallpaper and the blue laminate on this countertop were really giving a different look to the
Very
kitchen.
dated looking.
Exactly. And so the cabinets were simple enough that by putting in granite countertops, we didn't even add a backsplash in this case, we just painted.
So did you strip the wallpaper and then paint?
Yep, exactly. You do want to take it off usually, or you can see kind of a texture from it.
So don't just be painting over it. Okay.
And then in the back wall, we even used an accent color of a blue paint to just allow something to pop in the backsplash without the expensive tile. Another big change in here was the appliances. They can easily date a kitchen. So going to stainless steel was the great way to go. And then changing out the floor to a travertine tile was also just a big surface that made a big impact.
Wow, it looks like different decades.
Yes, it does.
So,
and they didn't have the expense or the headache or the time of ripping out all the cabinetry.
yeah, so it was not a demolition, but the change certainly does make big impact.
Yeah.
All right, great stuff. Thank you, Lauren. If you'd like more information about updating your kitchen, whether it's a small change or a big one, just go to mycarolinatoday.com and search for Design Lines.